So there is no doubt in my mind that having a positive self-image will actually then lead to you being more attractive, not just physically, but also, I 100% agree that I 100% believe that having a positive self-image will lead to you becoming more physically attractive. And in this video, I'm going to discuss 2 periods of time where I noted my self-image and the correlation with then my physical appearance, and see how the 2 of those were interlinked. So back when I was like 21, 22 in 2016 to 2017, I had a very poor self-image. So I just believed that girls wouldn't find me attractive. I had too much of a baby face, and then I had really chubby cheeks, I don't know, looking back, if I actually had as chubby a cheeks as I thought, but at the time they definitely felt like they were holding me back. I wasn't, just the fact I had those would make girls be just turned off straight away, so from the get-go, around this time, just poor mental diet as well. And what happened then was I never really took care of myself. So I drank more, I ate more, I never had any self-belief, and as a result then I never forced myself out of my comfort zone. I'd rarely go to parties. I would do a lot of drinking, maybe with a few friends, but I wouldn't go and force myself into big social events. And as a result then, it hindered a lot of my progress, and it hindered a lot of my development at that time. So I believed I was pretty much a fucking loser, and as a result then I took all those actions that would then confirm and help me remain a loser. And then in 2018 to 2019, I went to Korea for a year to teach English, right? And it was one of those things I just needed to do. So when I was there, the first few months, I really didn't kind of focus on my image too much and my physical appearance. So at that time, I was kind of letting my very patchy facial hair grow, and it looked absolutely grim. And yeah, if I ever get to that stage again, someone just fucking hack it off my face, because it looked horrible. But so I wasn't really aware of, say, other people's perceptions of me at that time. So now looking back, I can realize that facial hair just wasn't attractive, but at the time I was unaware. So those first few months, that's kind of how I was carrying on. And then as it progressed, being in Korea as a white guy, you are the minority, and you're almost like this rare species, and people come flocking to you. And you have a lot more eyes on you, let me tell you that. A lot more eyes. So because I was getting this feedback loop of positive, almost reinforcement from people around me, then I started to incorporate that myself into my own beliefs. So because people called me, okay, he's handsome, he's good looking, whatever it may be, I started to embody that. So as a result then, I was going shopping for new clothes. I wasn't letting this dodgy facial hair grow. I started growing out my hair as well. And those were things, kind of external things that I did that improved my appearance. But also, this is the funny thing, and it sounds like it's almost like pseudoscience, and you probably won't, most of you watching this, right, let's be honest, you probably won't even realize the significance of what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, and you're probably going to think, how does that work? So basically, around this time, I'd be walking around, and I would constantly, in my head, be seeing myself as the most attractive person around. It was insane. It was this crazy self-belief. So I would kind of visualize that people were watching me, people were, stopping, staring, people were complimenting me, all of these things while I was out and about walking. And as a result then, that just fueled me. That fueled my confidence. And it's funny, like, looking back now, but like a lot of the photos then, you could see it, like my face was more defined. I used to tell myself, like, I have this really strong jaw. I don't know if I did at the time, but that's what I was telling myself. And then I actually got one or two comments around that time of like, oh, you have a nice jawline, or something along those lines. And that positive thinking, that positive belief, definitely made me more attractive. It's like it enhanced all of my features. And here's another one that I remember at this time was, I used to like imagine, this sounds mad, just imagine my lips were a lot bigger than they were. And they were, you know, the perfect kind of lips. And it's funny, even like before that, I used to think my nose was too big, but at this time I was like reinforced in my brain, it's like, oh, you've got like the perfect looking nose. And I think 100%, like it improved all of my features. And then, kind of rambling now, kind of going off topic, but coming back to the lips part, I'm convinced like they then were bigger than they normally were. They were bigger than they were, say, 2016, 2017, when I had that poor mental diet. So, you know, a lot of people would think it's pseudoscience, but I could 100% see the correlation between how I was thinking. And also, this was the important part. So there's a correlation between how I was thinking and then my physical attractiveness, my physical appearance as well. But the most important part I found was the feeling. That feeling of I am attractive then led me to believing, like solidly believing I was attractive, and then it almost came outwards. That's what it did. It came outwards, you know? So it started from here and then came outwards. So it led to like more confidence. It led to me meeting new people, me not being afraid to be like my authentic self as well. So it's like, you need a positive self-image. It might sound at the very beginning, so say if you devise up the perfect version of yourself, right? And you think, there's no way I'm going to achieve that. If you consistently feed your brain, even if your outward appearance doesn't reflect that, or you're having a bad day and your skin is breaking out, if you can consistently be reaffirming to yourself that I am attractive, my nose looks good, my eyes look good, my mouth, whatever it is, whatever feature you're kind of focusing on, if you say all these things, within time, then that will actually embed itself in your subconscious. So look, guys, the mind is really, really powerful. And I don't want to go down too much of a rabbit hole in that whole like spirituality stuff. But the mind is so powerful. And for example, there's an area of your brain, the hippocampus, right? And that basically takes your experiences and then it leads them to be solidly formed into memories, okay? And it basically then takes that experience and then devises how it feels about that, the effect of that experience. So if you're constantly reaffirming to yourself that you are attractive, after some time, then your body and your brain will believe that. Right, if you want more videos like this, leave a comment, like, and subscribe for sure, because I've only got 17 subscribers right now, and I could deal with all the support. So, good luck.